UCB is responsible for coordination of consultants' activities at university level. So one of the function or one of the responsibility we are supposed to do is to build capacity to our staff. Of course, we have very experienced and very prominent consultants in the country and international levels, but we still need to build the capacity to our mid-career professionals like lecturers and assistant lecturers. So we conducted a training on consultants about project execution from 28th up to 30th of September 2020 for the purpose of building capacity. And one of the issues were about development of technical proposal as well as financial proposal, the issue of bidding, the issue of report writing, project closeout, and reporting. So this training actually is just the beginning, because we started with College of Engineering, College of Agriculture, as well as College of Natural Science as part of our team. And it was composed of 52 participants from those
In most cases, when the proposals are evaluated, the evaluators or the evaluation team will raise issues that will raise issues for negotiation. So the client has a menu of issues that have to be negotiated with the consultant. So I'm glad to be here to share my experience with participants from various departments and colleges who have been selected to participate in this particular training. The training was on consultancy services, and what we've been doing was to impress upon the participants the importance of consultancy activities and their contribution to the university in terms of providing services outside the university to various clients, but also in terms of the quality that is required to be delivered by our staff, given that they are from an institution of higher learning where the public, the wider public, believe that we have many experts. So my main engagement was to take them through the process of being selected and being employed as a consultant, particularly within the framework of the public sector selection procedures.
Here and to understand the terms of reference, I have also understood about the request for proposal, the document itself and how to prepare it, as well as the financial proposals, as well as different challenges that people have encountered during the different stages of proposal writing and evaluation.
I have attended this course, consultants training for the junior and the mid-career University of Dar es Salaam staff, so that I can get equipped with consulting skills, how to write responsive proposals, how to write the expression of interest and other things such as contracts, the contents of contracts, how to execute contracts, and such things. And I think this is a very important course for all University of Dar es Salaam staff because we get these skills to negotiate, to undertake, and to carry out contracts for consultants projects. As we know now, the country is largely focusing on industrialization. And for this, there is a number of ongoing projects and the future projects. So we need for the staff to have the skills to execute consultancies.
So in a nutshell, what I understood from this training is that as consultants, teaching in the teaching industry, it's for us to understand how to go about the whole consultancy world, because we have come to realize that through our consultancy, we also help the university generate income from the projects that we do. But how do we go about it? We have come to learn about the policies in the university of how to do consultancy. We've come to realize how to work with other experts within the university, how to bid for tenders, how to prepare, how to respond to expression of interest. So there's just been a lot in the whole consultancy world that we've learned through this session.
Most important is the experience which has been shared by the instructor to all participants in consultancy services. As you know, consultancy is one of the primary role of technical personnel in universities. So we have to do consultants parallel to other roles like teaching and research for the service to public, to the nation. Usually these consultant services are very competitive. People have to apply for. So through this workshop, the instructor shares all the experience they had in conducting consultant service to public, and that is very useful to most of us who participated in this workshop.
Before the training, the challenges that I faced mostly was not understanding the policies within the university. So we never used to know when we were engaged in projects, how do we go about working? So we'll do a project, but we never used to know the rules and regulations for doing the projects. We have learned now how to go about them, and also how to work with private and government entities when it came to the university. So it has been a very great eye-opener for us to learn all these things in total. And for the facilitator, who has been very thorough from one point to another in teaching us how to go about consultancy.
I participated in writing a number of expression of interests, which were non-responsive. And I was always asking myself, why? So I realized actually maybe some of my expression of interest that I wrote were not responsive. They lack the essential things that are needed to be in the expression of interest. Or for example, the technical proposal, maybe the methodology was lacking because I had a little knowledge how to write this. And this, I think, played against the expression of interest or the proposals that I submitted for the consultants projects that were carried out. So this course has made it clear to me what do I need to learn more and how to go there. For example, one thing that we've been advised is to engage with the seasoned professionals like the senior lecturers, the professors who have many years experience in writing and executing, and they can help us, guide us along the way, even if we don't get a lot of money, but we build up the requisite skills.
Before this training, there are different things I did not know, especially since I'm at COED, so we deal with the Bureau of Industrial Cooperation, BICO, and so we did not understand the policies and how they evaluate their proposals. So now I've understood that, and also I face challenges on understanding the terms of reference as well.
If you look at this and the amount or the topics that the UCB requested me to cover, definitely it would look like a very intensive program. So we covered things such as expression of interest, requests for proposals, how to prepare responsive proposals. Those were the topics. We talked about various contracts in consulting. We talked about issues that may arise in the course of carrying out consultancy. We also talked about how to negotiate a contract. So it was fairly heavily packed program, but I think in the future we can extend the time in order to have a more intensive discussion or more elaborate discussion on these topics.
The topics presented really satisfied us, and I feel like it is something we need to do it over and over again, and it's something we need to do it for a bigger number of people as well, because first of all, we are very junior when you compare to other teaching staff within the university. So to just learn from experts like the facilitator that was teaching us today, we have learned a lot of things. The things that are happening now currently in the construction world, the things that used to happen then, how to merge them together. I feel like I could have not missed this session for anything else. It has been an eye-opener.
So for example, the topic of how to write a responsive expression of interest was of big interest to me. That one I think was covered briefly, but I needed more time. That one, and also there is a thing about how to handle the contracts that we discussed. A lot of things. So there is a lot of things. We are told we have to read each and every page of the contract and the minutes that actually are used as the basis of forming the contract. Now, we only discussed that for like 1 hour or 1 hour or 2 hours. And I think that's not enough. We needed maybe to have a practical example, like we could form groups and do some discussions, deliberate, maybe make some presentations, maybe make some negotiations. Yes, and also the negotiation part, because we engage, we go to negotiate the price and everything. And then if we don't have enough skills or enough experience, it becomes awkward for the consultant part to argue or to argue for the case, to reach a win-win situation. So I think that part needed a lot of more time. And we needed like to do a practical example, like to draft a brief contract, even just half finish the contract and see how we negotiate, like forming opposing, like this is a consultant, this is a client, and then see how we can achieve this. I think that would have been better. But anyway, we've learned something, and I hope I will implement it in the future.
I never faced any difficulties during the presentation of the topics, because during the training process, it was like the two-way training, whereby I give out what I have, and I also receive few 1 to 3 comments from the participants, and I did not face any difficulty. Despite having different kind of disciplinaries during the training, I had a very great cooperation, because every participant was eagerly and willing to learn. I can say that I had no any problem regarding the participation of the participant and cooperation.
I think the investment at Salaam has a consultancy policy, and there are many views from many stakeholders about the policy and its implementation. Maybe the university may seek opinion from the stakeholders, particularly those who are engaged in consultants, to identify whether there are any challenges they are facing and what they propose as solutions to such challenges.
Of Dar es Salaam, the improvement, first of all, should basically start from where the problem is, why most of the academic staff from University of Dar es Salaam do not participate in the consultant services, or whereby there, maybe I can talk about the senior staffs who are participating in the consultants activities or assignments outside there. They should also give views or opinion where they think should be improved. Because as I know that we are having the existing document about the consultants issues for the University of Dar es Salaam. And the second part, I think, which should be improved is the University of Dar es Salaam Consultant Bureau should understand the different kind of disciplinary they have and who is able to perform which task and when and by how much, in order to avoid those conflicting issues during the participation or after execution of the project.
Very, very important to have junior and senior staff working together. Because it's not easy for just a junior staff kuweza kuanza kuzipata hizo consultants. Yesterday when I was looking at those books, mwenye nisa anda kuanza sitaanza maana what reads it. Surely they do, kwa sababu they give money, they read. Na alionyesha unaona vitu kadhaa vinavyohitajika kufanyika kwenye hii. Kwa hiyo people from different disciplines have to come in. Kwa hiyo okay, you know, lakini let's hope we are all will be able to do it. So lazima niwe hivyo, lakini we can start small with the projects that we can and move forward. UCD is always here, it's open. Ugari is 24/7 there na kweli anasaidia sana, kwa hiyo the door is open, DPS is always open, come in. You have questions, anything sisi tuko hapa kusaidia kuhakikisha kwamba tunasonga mbele.
I would like to thank all the participants of our previous training who show up to our training, but also would like to thank the management of the university through the Office of Deputy Vice Chancellor Research for supporting us in our activities. And we hope that this will continue, and we call upon all our consultants to go and search for more opportunities, as well as abide. We have a university consultants policy. We call upon our consultants to abide to the policy and regulations of the consultants policy of the university in terms of transparency, in terms of payment of institutional fee. And also we want to welcome all public and private sectors that we have reached. University of Dar es Salaam is the hub of consultants. So if they have any consultants opportunity, they should reach us, and we have a lot of experts which we can send them and do the best job. Our plan is to make University of Dar es Salaam to be the hub of consultants in Tanzania. For more information, you can go to www.udsm.ac.tz, and when you are there, click to Directorate of Public Service. You get our information about consultants and public service in University of Dar es Salaam.